I'm Jen.
And I'm Craig.
And this is the Knot Project. And we are 4 days into the Kindness Challenge, which we are giving up being unkind for Lent too, since we both grew up in a liturgical church. It made sense that while we were taking on the Kindness Challenge and adding extra kindness into our relationship by process of elimination or by proxy, is that right? Anyway, we are also giving up being unkind.
That was good. That was really good.
And sometimes it's a sacrifice to be kind, because you want to act out of your flesh and tell people how you feel, and you have to hold back. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I think that's true.
Yes. So we wanted to share with you a little bit how our kindness challenge is going, and also give you some information that we learned in this book that we're reading right now, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. So one of the things that happened last weekend, kind of in the middle of our spattiness, is Craig actually did the laundry, which was awesome because I was out of town. And when he was hanging up my clothes, he just hung them on the outside of my closet door, to which I was very annoyed. I was like, why can't you just walk the extra 2 steps and hang them in the closet?
Why indeed?
Why indeed? And there's a reason that he did that, passive-aggressive reason, but a reason nonetheless. So we have this exercise.
It was just outright aggressive.
What?
Nothing.
We have this exercise, like pull-up bar thing, in right outside of Craig's closet on the door frame. And, you know, all exercise equipment serves a dual purpose. Exercise and clothes hanger, right? Yeah. So, and just let me tell you, Craig is anal about very few things. And the things that he's anal about, I am not anal about. And so he has this system for hanging up clothes in his closet, and all his t-shirts are arranged in the colors of the rainbow. And so I'm doing laundry for the whole house.
And by rainbow, she means gray, black, green, blue.
Purple.
And purple.
Yeah. So you made me lose my train of thought. Okay. So I don't want to take the time to like organize his clothes, right? It's a hassle for me. I just think it's ridiculous. So I hang his clothes, his clean, nicely fresh clothes, on his exercise bar. Well, then he started hanging my clothes on my closet door, and I was like, Craig, are you annoyed that I hang your clothes on your exercise bar? And he was like, yes, I am annoyed. I've been doing this for like a year, but whatever, maybe longer. So my act of kindness this week was to do all the laundry, and then not only put his clothes in his closet, but also put them in the appropriate color spot. I did that for you.
Thank you.
Did you feel loved?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, your turn.
So, while we're talking about clothes and organization, so she has a system as well. And one of the things that I did...
In my closet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have like your camis, and then like your half sleeves, and then your short sleeves, and then your long sleeves,
yes.
And then like your pullovers, your cardigans, your sweaters. Then you move into like your pants.
Okay, move on.
Yeah. So, there's an organization, there's a system. However, she expects her clothes to be faced a certain way.
Well, yes.
Yeah, see. So, and I'm working on, because mine, of course, have to face the opposite way. So I have to be very intentional when I'm hanging her clothes. The other thing, too, is that invariably something finds its way into the dryer that doesn't need to be there when I do it.
Oh, true that. But what did you get out of the kindness stuff this week?
Well, I was looking for opportunities to go, and I don't really like this phrase, but the extra mile for Jennifer. Because one of my routines in the morning is I wake up and I make her coffee before I exercise or go for a walk. And, that's an act of kindness that I do every single day. But, so like this week, when she was really, really tired and she was worn out, I offered to go take the girls to dance and then fill up her car, and that was something that she didn't ask me to do, but I knew that she didn't want to do, and so I took that upon myself and did it. And it wasn't really that laborious, but it was something that she didn't have to worry about. So that was
right.
An intentionality that I had. That the point is, it doesn't always require sacrifice on your part to be kind to someone else. And
it doesn't have to be a big thing.
No, it's really, the focus is intentionality and listening to your spouse about what they need, and then surprising them.
Yeah.
You know, like don't make them beg for it. I mean, you can recognize it. We're all, adults and creative and loving people. It just takes about listening to your spouse and what they need, and then responding to it. Say,
Right.
hey, I'll be happy to do that. I can totally do that. Let me do that for you.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And so one of the things that we have gotten out of this book that we think relate to the kindness challenge is the difference between a complaint and a criticism. Because oftentimes we're not kind because we are hurt, and or we have hurts that have been buried for a long time. And so we think, oh, I don't want to be kind to him because he did X. Or, if he treated me well, then I would be willing to whatever. And it becomes this scales thing. So one of the things that we wanted to bring to your attention is Gottman in his book talks about, we all have complaints. And we don't like the word complaints that he uses in this book because complaint automatically means negative. It has a negative connotation. But we all give feedback. So that's the word we're substituting. Craig did a great job of connecting that. We all give feedback.
Thank you. That was very kind.
You're welcome. See, here we are practicing. We give our spouse feedback when something's happening that we don't like in our relationship. And it can be something, we're going to use a small example. So if Craig said, I'm going to sweep the floors for you today, and then I come home and the floors are still a mess, I would give him feedback. Hey, Craig, you said you were going to sweep the floors, and you didn't do that. Could you please sweep the floors now? Now, both of us, out of old wounds and brokenness, have this habit of taking feedback about an action and attributing it to our character. And so this is the difference between feedback or complaint, as Gottman describes it, and criticism. So one of the things that we think is really helpful when you are providing your spouse feedback, both as you're speaking and as you're hearing, is what my partner telling me about an action that I do, or is he or she talking about my character? So it's really good to, when they're just complaining or giving you feedback about something that you're doing or not doing, recognizing that is, they're not criticizing the person and the character of who you are. You are loved. You are worthy. You are an integral part of your relationship. But yet, you're going to have behaviors that you do that aren't going to always be pleasing to your spouse. So, so our challenge to you this week, so you're not supposed to be giving feedback or criticism for your 30 days of challenge, right? Because we're taking a break from that to focus on how we can be kind and how it can be positive. So one of the things we thought might be good for you guys is, and for us, to write down all of those things that you would say to give feedback or criticism. We don't know which one it is yet. Well, write it down and then look back on your words. Are your words giving feedback or are they criticizing? And hopefully you can see any kind of negative patterns that you might have in your speech and then go back and be able to change that so that you can focus on the behavior you want to see instead of tearing down the person that you married. Anything else?
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good summation.
Thank you.
All right, so good challenge. I look forward to writing down my thoughts. Not a lot of them, but
Yeah, So anyway, we'll see you on the blog, and we welcome any feedback that you guys have. You don't have to be kind to us. Well, it would be nice if they were kind to us. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you guys next